It's so many black women is so invested into my story and my problems and my issues in my life. But they hate that we don't come together and support one another. But this is why we don't come together and support one another.
Number one, I'm not fake happy. Y'all are literally hearing it from my mouth. Y'all can't bother me. Y'all make pages, make comments about me, my weight, my looks. I'm happy. I am unbothered. I'm at peace. It's just so crazy to me because a narcissist are always happy when they're making others miserable. I'm literally happy as I don't know what, living my life, posting content for my job and for people to actually want to watch. And that's a problem all of a sudden. Y'all are so messy. Like, I'm moving on my life. There's things that's been happening in my life that I thank God for. And y'all swear I don't deserve it. God seems to think I deserve it. Somebody said, do you think Tim really wants you?
Tell them to mind their fucking business.
I did not want to share my engagement with any of you guys because I wanted that to actually be personal. I can't wait to finalize my divorce, and I will hope you feel the same way. It's just so funny because once all this is over and I'll finally tell what I want to tell, then y'all will understand. But right now, I'm just letting it play out, letting y'all think what y'all want to think, letting y'all say what y'all want to say, letting y'all feel how y'all want to feel.
Brenay is a woman's worst nightmare. She's a woman's worst nightmare.
So nobody was going to tell me that Tim's ex-wife Akira took Brenay to court recently, and during those proceedings, the judge granted both Akira and her kids a year-long protection order against Brenay.
I told you I was going to come back when the court documents were in hand, and I can confirm that indeed Brenay and Akira had a court hearing on this morning that lasted for about 4 hours.
So the way things are unraveling for Brenay is crazy. Like, she's getting all that she deserves for sure.
Not a victim blame, but I don't understand how Akira allowed Brenay to be so comfortable in her house.
So we spoke about destiny swapping in terms of Brenay and Akira. However, we didn't touch on the topic of Devin and Tim.
Brenay, we don't want no damn story time on how y'all got together when y'all was young.
Please continue the trolling that y'all are doing on her and him, yes. But when are y'all gonna let up on Korean?
I really hope and pray that Brenay and Tim are not shocked about this new move that Akira has made.
Brenay now has an active protective restraining order against her awarded by the judge to Akira. Akira and her attorney Robinetta Jones took this win in court as Akira stated prior to the judge that she had felt harassed by Brenay and she felt uneasy. She also said a bunch of other things that we're going to get into as well. Akira does not want her children around Brenay as Brenay allegedly has crossed so many boundaries. If you've missed some chapters, there's a playlist on the channel about the Brenay, Akira, Tim, and Devin situation. The lawsuit that Akira has filed against Brenay, the court hearing for that lawsuit is going to be taking place this May of 2025. As of late, Tim and Brenay have had a lot to say, even engaging their audience in personal story times and creating a couples page on TikTok for themselves. And although Brenay had a lot to say on her own, alone, let's first get into this story time that Tim and Brenay told about how they met, the things that they used to do when they were younger, as well as how Tim's father did not want Tim to date Brenay, and that's the reason why Tim broke up with Brenay, because Tim's father forbid him from being with Brenay.
I love her. Anyway, okay, so it's a story time of pretty much how we got together when we were young. Because we're still young, we're 26, but, well, I'm 26, he's 27, gosh, Lee.
Dang.
Granddaddy. Old man, don't mind my hair. It's old as heck. But anyway, so we're gonna do a story
Main character
time.
syndrome.
Back to the topic at hand. So yeah, pretty much we was at church. I'm sorry, you want to get in it too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my bad. We was at church one day, and then it was after church. My mother probably went to like the little city store that was in the back of the church.
Bookstore,
whatever it was. Bookstore, city store. We always went to go get a CD or a book out of there. And by the way, this is what we drink it on. And we eating some. Oh my gosh, hold on. So yeah, what I can remember was the bookstore. He walked up to me, right? How it all started. Pretty much like, hey, can I get your number? I'm like, no, but you can get my Kick. And y'all know Kick was popping. And I wasn't saying no to him. I didn't want him to have my number. It was mainly because I had an Android, and at that time
I didn't have no phone then.
Right. I didn't know, so I just wrote my Kick down on like a sheet of paper or something, and he just took it, right? So then I guess later that night, I don't know if it was later that night or.
I'll take it from here. So we proceed to have conversations.
Oh gosh.
And she spit game, and she pulled me, bro.
What did I say?
She pulled me. She said, I was talking about whatever. And she was like, I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about me and you. I'm like, bet.
Crabbies.
Hold on now.
Let me stop.
So, she hit me with that. I was probably like, I think I was 15.
I was 14. I couldn't have by the way, y'all, I couldn't have a boyfriend until I was 15 years old. My mother made that very evident, very clear. I mean, crystal. So it was just pretty much like, oh, you want to date my daughter? You have to wait till her birthday. So that's what he did. He literally waited till 12/31, because that's my birthday, to ask me out. Will you be my girlfriend? Yes, I'll be your girlfriend.
So yeah, so her mama wasn't going for it, bro.
Yes, I'll be your girl.
She was blocking for real.
Remember one time he was helping his family move, and he came to the house just at, what time was it, like 11 o'clock at night?
It was probably later than that.
Yeah, it was late, and like when you young, you thinking like, oh my gosh, my nigga pulled up on me. So that's kind of how it was, and it's just, I don't know, any opportunity for him to see me, he took that. So we used to go to the mall, we would go see movies, like when he had the opportunity, he could. I think so then we dated for like a year and probably a couple months.
Yep.
I'm saying like that. We dated for like a year and a couple months or whatever, and we broke up. That was, okay, him and I breaking up was my biggest heartbreak. I don't date. Like, I can't say that I dated too many people, because I didn't. I've dated probably 2 boys in my life. 3 boys. Ew, my fingers like sausages. 3 boys or whatever. So I didn't really date too many people, and my worst heartbreak was him and I. That's because I genuinely loved him with all my heart. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when you actually love somebody, it's different than, like, you know, how my arm bigger than yours? Like.
So, the opportunity I had, I took it. Whether that was through other people, lying about it, whatever, like.
So I went to Southeast. He went to WOG, right? So if you don't know, Southeast is here, the other school is here, but in the middle was like Family Dollar, J&J.
Yep.
What is it?
GQ.
GQ. All of that. That shopping center right there by the police station in Raleigh. So he was a football player, right? Football player. So with him being a football player, I know that he had, you know, practices and stuff like that. I was purposely stay after school because I knew like we meet up at the spot. The spot was always J&J. J&J in front of like Family Dollar or something like that. So like we were always, every chance we got. So like y'all see those old pictures of us circulating, the little hella collage or whatever. Majority of those pictures that we took is there.
Facts.
And this is so crazy because it's like, thinking of like us dating back then and us like in a relationship now is crazy. Like me seeing my old self and you seeing yours, I don't feel like you changed. I think I changed, of course, got bigger. But
Please.
No, seriously. But other than that, I feel like my looks hasn't really changed too much. It's just so funny seeing that. But anyway, so he would always come to J&J to come and see me. We would just take pictures, just love on each other, kissing each other, and stuff like that. And his players always knew where you about to go. He always like, I'm going to J&J. They already knew with that man.
Yeah, shout out Bug, bro.
Shout
out Bug. But yeah, like for every opportunity, I took it. But we ended up, so kind of like a bad part of our relationship was that on my part, not me directly, but to be completely honest, my dad ain't never cared too much for her. Why? I don't know. He ain't never been too fond of her. But everybody else, like, always loved Brenay. Like, yeah. Anywho, so, you know, that honestly, like, took a toll. Like, you know what I'm saying? Being young and, you know, influenced because you respect your parents. You respect how they feel. You know, it's hard. It would be very hard to, you know, having to try to sneak and all that stuff. Like, it just became too much. So, at one point, like, I guess he gave me, I can't even say an option for real, like an ultimatum. Whatever you want to call it, he just, like, cut it ASAP. And I tried my best to hold on as long as I could, bro.
And I didn't even know that.
As long as I could.
Shame on you! All in all, I just feel like the only downfall of our relationship was that. He had no choice, had to break up with me, we had to go our separate ways. My heart was broken. I went and ran into my mother's room crying. My mother thought somebody died. And my mother can vouch for this. She was like, Brenay. I'm like, Mom! I was so upset. I was so hurt. Because it was my first boyfriend, first everything. I'm like, Brenay broke up with me. I've always loved him.
Now let's get into the reasoning behind Akira actually going down to the court and being awarded a protective restraining order against Brenay. Now, although the protective order against Brenay is in place and in favor of Akira, people are alleging that Brenay is allegedly still contacting or trying to be involved in Tim and Akira's children's lives. So let's go ahead and listen to a few clips about it.
Akira then came to the court, pleaded her case that this woman has been a thorn in her side since she found out that she was sleeping with her husband. Didn't I tell you, baby? Akira then came and did her big one, telling the courts, baby, this woman is causing me emotional distress. And of course, we see it and we feel it. The way the judge honored Akira's request and told Brenay that she can't look, sneeze, breathe, eat, nothing concerning Akira and her children. Oh, he did that one. For a whole year, he put it in place.
Even a restraining order cannot stop Brenay from discussing the children. She is being seen on live or in her videos still talking about Akira's kids, still buying them toys, going into length about, oh, we're getting this for the kids, getting that for the kids. It makes you wonder if she did all this on purpose, because who is that dumb? There's no respect for the law. Most people, normal people, would be scared to go against any no contact order by a judge. It always makes me wonder if Akira knew about Tim and Brenay before she even got with Tim, because this is a lot of stuff to go through over a man. I'm just wondering if, anyone told her about, this man and, in their past. And I mean, this is a lot to go through over a man that didn't even support you when you went to college, but yet you supported him when he decided to go to college. Tim did file for full custody of the kids last year. Of course, he didn't get full custody. That's comical. And he did do a deposition, and he did give some certain reasons why he was filing for full custody. Here are some of the things that he did say. He said the plaintiff, who's Akira, has thrown hot candle wax on him. The plaintiff has also stalked and harassed people via social media. He also said that the plaintiff has made social media posts saying that they will pull up with violent intentions. I don't want to say it. I wasn't sure if I was going to get banned. He said the plaintiff has made social media posts saying they will be going to jail this summer because of what they would do. He also stated, and this part is, it sounds like something that he would do. He also stated, it's also stated in the court documents that Tim told the kids that they have a new mommy now. That explains a lot. It explains why they're trying to basically make a new home, a new family, trying to replace Akira. It makes a lot of sense now. So Devin and Brenay did have their court case today, and it was postponed. They did have a continuation, which is, it was a continuation by the plaintiff. So that means that it was postponed due to the request of the plaintiff, which is Devin. This particular case is for their divorce, and so he did, of course, a couple months ago, did ask for alimony, which I think he definitely deserves. He spent most of his money, not most, probably all of his money on the bills, while she spent it on whatever, nothing, stuff for herself. He also did ask for support after separation, which is a little different than alimony. Basically, he's asking for her to support him while they're separated, and he definitely deserves that as well. So that's different than alimony. Alimony is, of course, after divorce, and support after separation is, once you get separated, she would be liable to distribute funds to him, whether it's a lump sum or through monthly payments. Next court date will be in June of this year, and I guess we have to wait and see what happens then.
They said that Brenay was present in court on yesterday. I went back. I actually was able to find it. It wasn't on the actual document, but it was on the site where you can see who was all present. So Brenay was the only one that looked like she was present. Devin knew his attorney was there. I didn't even see where Brenay had an attorney that was there representing her. However, her old attorney name keeps populating up on her paperwork, which is or should be alarming, because that possibly means that Brenay does not have an attorney, because if so, why isn't the new attorney's name on the paperwork? So with that being said, the court date, of course, for them is now pushed to June of 2025, which means that they have to remain legally married, y'all, legally married, until that time frame of the judge decided what they gonna do, because Devin hit her with that post-spousal support and alimony. Just give me my money. Yeah. Somebody asked me, what is the difference between Akira's post-spousal support and Devin post-spousal support? Well, if you've seen the documents, you know that they denied Akira because they basically said she could not prove that Tim was the main breadwinner and was providing, and she was solely dependent upon him. They saw where Akira and him both were working together to maintain their livelihood, and they also stated that Tim was not really financially capable in this moment to even, provide for or support Akira. Well, if y'all been following Brenay and Devin from the beginnings of time, you would know that Devin was the breadwinner. He was taking care of his wife. I don't know if he ever stopped working. There's a possibility that he could have, because Brenay is a content creator, and of course her following did pick up, and according to the court documents, Devin say that she brought in, or was bringing in during the time of their relationship, $30K a month. That's a lot of money. So if he can show and prove that he was solely dependent upon Brenay, or she was providing, because if I was making that kind of money too, you know what I'm saying, and I ain't spending a lot of money, yeah, my man ain't got to work. Yeah, he ain't got to work. But Devin is a man. He worked. He a man. He worked. So y'all need to know that. But if he didn't, that's because, he deserved that. He deserved it from his wife. So y'all know March is almost out of here. April is fastly approaching. So it's about to get real interesting, because May is right around the corner.
Finally, let's get into everything that Brenay had to say. She had a whole lot to say. She said that she is ready to be divorced from Devin. However, we did just hear that Devin's case against Brenay is not going to be until June, so they have to stay married until then. So somebody asked Brenay, if you don't mind me asking, what's taking the divorce so long to be finalized between you and Devin? I'm ready for that toxic chapter to close, and I look forward to seeing you and Tim beat all the odds against y'all. Brenay responded and said, cause Devin is trying to get money out of me. I can't wait to sign these papers, for real, for real. We've been past a year and a day. Brenay has been more vocal lately. Let's hear what else she had to say.
Why do you smile like that and do it hurt to be fake happy and unbothered? Number one, I'm not fake happy. Y'all are literally hearing it from my mouth that I am not fake happy. I'm actually genuinely happy. I don't know how much I can tell y'all this. No, it doesn't hurt to smile. It actually feels really good to smile. And I'm unbothered. I'm literally unbothered. Y'all can't bother me. Y'all make pages, make comments about me, my weight, my looks. Do my fiance love me? You know what I'm saying? All of these things. And it's just like, y'all are hearing it from my mouth, or y'all hearing it from his mouth, and y'all still don't believe it. So at this point, it is what it is. Y'all gonna believe what y'all want. No, like I said, to answer your question, I'm not gonna keep going too deep into it. All this other type. I am unbothered. I'm not bothered, but you get what I'm saying. I'm just whatever. So the answer is no. I'm happy. I am unbothered. I'm at peace. God is amazing. Simple. I personally think that some of you guys love to just hear yourself talk, see yourself type, whatever you want to call it. It's just so crazy to me, because a narcissist are always happy when they're making others miserable. Light is on, but no one is home. I find that very weird for you to say that underneath my video when I said love everybody, whatever I said. You guys are feeling like I'm making other people's life miserable. That's your own feeling. Because what am I actually doing to make someone else's life miserable? By living my life? Because think about what you're actually saying. I can't control how you feel. Only you can control how you feel. So if you guys being happy, posting my videos, doing my job as a content creator, I feel like a lot of you guys really forgot what my job description is. Like, I see a lot of you guys in my comments underneath my recent post about my Walmart and Office Depot haul. Y'all are literally in those comments going crazy, trying to think that I'm trying to spark up something again. And I'm literally showing you guys what I got. Literally. And you guys making it to something that is not. Like, I film my life It may not be 100% of my life, but I film part of my life, and y'all have a problem with that, then stop watching me. If I'm making you miserable or making anybody miserable, if you feel that way, then that's your feelings. Like, the only way that I can be mad is not when someone makes me mad. It's because I allowed that person to make me mad. I can't be sad. Now, these are emotions. You're going to feel these things, but it's because you allow it. That's all I'm saying. If I allow someone to be miserable, that means they allowed me to do that. They allowed it, not me. I'm not doing anything purposely. I'm literally happy as I don't know what, living my life, posting content for my job and for people to actually want to watch. And that's a problem all of a sudden. Like, move on. Move the freak on with life. Life does not wait for nobody. Life moves on. I'm not waiting for nobody. If you're unhappy, then go find something that makes you happy. If me posting makes you unhappy, unfollow me, block me. But y'all don't want to do that because y'all are so messy. Like, I'm moving on my life. There's things that's been happening in my life that I thank God for. And y'all swear I don't deserve it. God seems to think I deserve it because he blessed me with it. Like, come on, bro. Move on. Please. Stop thinking I'm doing stuff to be evil and malicious. Like, bro, I'm doing what I did before. Come on. Move the freak on, bro. It's so annoying. Y'all love to call me all these types of names, narcissist, a liar, all of this other type of stuff. Like, y'all do realize two things can be true at once. And there's a lot of things in a lot of these scenarios that y'all come up with. Come on, bro. But anyway, that's besides the point. The point is if you're miserable, go find something to make you happy. Because I'm not making nobody miserable. I'm happy, then you should be happy. Babe, so somebody said, do you think Tim really wants you?
Tell them to mind their fucking business.
I think as grown people, as me being a grown woman and him being a grown man, I don't think they're going to stay somewhere where they're not wanted, where they don't want to be, especially if they have the opportunity to get out.
Bro, this is the only place I want to be, and I ain't going nowhere, so get used to it.
You heard it here first. Okay, so why didn't you make a post about your engagement? Shouldn't that be something you brag about? Absolutely, it should be. Number one is because every time I make a post, y'all got something to say. Like, every time I make a post, it is something being said, and it's never, 9 times out of 10, it's never positive. So it's like, why would I put myself through that? You know what I'm saying? That's number one. Why would I put myself through that? Honestly, like, since all this stuff with all this courts and all of these lawsuits and all of that, it's just, I've learned how to not literally post too much of my business. Like, and I always wasn't like this. I've changed completely. And honestly, I feel like I changed for the better because I feel like I let y'all into my life a little bit too much in the beginning. Like, y'all literally knew everything. Like, I saw a clip on TikTok of me peeing on YouTube, and that's embarrassing. Why would I post that? I don't know. I was young. I am 26 now. So you live and you learn. I can't take it back. Once it's posted out there, you can't take that back. You know what I'm saying? So personally, to be completely honest with you, you and whoever else that wants to know about this, I did not want to share my engagement with any of you guys because I wanted that to actually be personal. It's a personal thing. It's not because of me being separated and not because of none of that, because I don't care about none of that. Like, I can't wait to finalize my divorce, and I will hope you feel the same way. You feel me? That everything does not need to be posted online. So, and it is something to brag about. I brag about it every single day when I look at that man when he come home. I can't believe. But other than that, like, personally, bro, I feel like I overshared a lot. Honestly, a little bit too much. And I'm learning as I grow. I'm literally about to marry you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I brag to him, you know? So, and that's all that matters. Whatever we have going on in our house is what matters. I don't have to brag to the world because I don't want to. Yes, I would like to, but I don't want to. Does that make sense? It may sound dumb to some people. I would like to do it, but it is what it is. Right now, the internet, whatever y'all want to call it, is not on my team right now. And it's just so funny because once all this is over and I'll finally tell what I want to tell, then y'all will understand. But right now, I'm just letting it play out, letting y'all think what y'all want to think, letting y'all say what y'all want to say, letting y'all feel how y'all want to feel, because y'all feel like I filmed my whole everything and I filmed this and I filmed that. And it's just like, I'm going to let y'all think that. But when the time comes, if the time comes, it is what it is. Overall, I know I'm yapping, but that's why I did not share, make a post, no, none of that. Because I don't feel like y'all need to know. And I feel like I did not want to share that part of my life, which I didn't want to share that part of my life with you guys right now. I don't. It's y'all are too much right now. So, yeah.
I'm so happy you knew my marriage. I'm so happy you knew everything that happened in my marriage. First of all, who's mad at him? I'm not mad at him. Like I said, I want this to be over and done. Simple. Like, y'all literally make it into something that it's not. Honestly, I don't feel no type of way because I know it's not true. And I know what I do and don't do. So, it's no point in me feeling no type of way about things that I know is not true. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's very well true. The enemy does give things to people. However, I don't worship him, nor do I praise him, nor is he my God. That's the difference. I think y'all fail to realize that the enemy gives things to people when they worship him. He doesn't give things to people just because. That's not how it works.
Some people allege that Brenay had been evicted from her last apartment that she shared with Tim due to not being as sanitary as she should. Now, although we currently see Tim and Brenay dwelling in their own domicile, Brenay's cleanliness is still a running theme. And Brenay finally addresses it. Let's take a listen to what she had to say.
It's a simple fact that you have to do none of this. Even if I didn't do nothing. Even if I did leave dishes in the sink for 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 days. Even if my place is dirty. How is that any concern for you? Exactly my whole point. So what? I can come on the internet and tell people that I didn't clean up. I can come on the internet and tell people that I didn't do X, Y, and Z because guess what? I don't care. It's my life and I'm the only one that's living it.
Recently, Brenay and Tim have increased their posting of couples content. Brenay even filmed herself washing, treating, and styling Tim's hair. Although Brenay seems happy and content with her current role as Tim's fiance, she still had a lot to say about y'all black women and to y'all black women, child. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
You already know they're going to take this video and post it on their little TikTok page, but grow up. I feel like it's so many black women is so invested into my story and my problems and my issues in my life. But they hate that we don't come together and support one another. But this is why we don't come together and support one another. Because if all your dirty laundry was aired out on the internet, how would you feel? How would you feel? You know what I'm saying? I just feel like a lot of people, y'all are so worried about this situation more than the parties that's involved. Literally. Y'all create all of these T pages just to talk about me. Find y'all some business and then y'all say, oh, I'm grown. My bills are paid. If your bills are paid and you so grown, why are you worried about a 26-year-old? Yes, I'm grown, but I'm still a growing woman. And y'all like 30s and 40s getting on live, running your mouth about how much food I put down my throat. Or what I do with my body parts. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Y'all swear I'm not famous, but I can't tell. We are still talking about the same things in 2025. But y'all swear I'm not famous. I can't tell. Because did y'all do this much digging into Cardi B and Offset's cheating scandal and you know what I'm saying? And anybody's issues and problems, all these celebrities, like, why are we still talking about the same things?
So y'all know the tick be talking and they're gonna say whatever they want to say regardless of the situation. Let's go ahead and take a listen to some of those too much tea.
Not to victim blame, but I don't understand how Akira allowed Brenay to be so comfortable in her house. Now that Brenay and Tim are a couple, a lot of their old videos are resurfacing. And the way that they were actively flirting in front of their spouses is crazy. And the fact that Akira and Devin never checked it, never ended it, what did y'all think was gonna happen? This was the only outcome. Call me weak, call me insecure, call me whatever you want. I would never allow a woman to feel that comfortable around me and my husband. I seen this one video where Akira is just cooking on the other side of the kitchen, and behind her is Brenay and Tim. When I tell you they over there cackling behind her like a bunch of fucking hyenas, she didn't even say nothing. Let me tell you, if that man from Hinge chuckled twice with another bitch, I'm gonna investigate it. What's so funny? What are you laughing at? Tell me the joke. I want to laugh too. The way Brenay would have had to get the fuck out my house. Call me weak, call me insecure, call me whatever you want to call me. But there's no way a bitch would have felt that comfortable parading her ass around my fucking house like that.
I told you I was going to come back when the court documents were in hand, and I can confirm that indeed Brenay and Akira had a court hearing on this morning that lasted for about 4 hours, because Akira done came to the court, pleaded her case that this woman has been a thorn in her side since she found out that she was sleeping with her husband. Didn't I tell you, baby? Akira done came and did her big one, telling the courts, baby, this woman is causing me emotional distress, and of course we see it and we feel it. The way the judge honored Akira's request and told Brenay that she can't look, sneeze, breathe, eat, nothing concerning Akira and her children. Oh, he did that one. For a whole year, he put it in place. There is to be no contact at all with her or the minor children. But yes, you got Mr. Timothy over there. Your Honor, we supposed to be getting married. The Honor was like, I don't care. For a year, this is in place, and she cannot be around Akira and them children. But I told y'all Tim was jellyback, because how is it that you more worried about Brenay than you are worried about your wife and the well-being of your children? Then you got your Whoville family over there behind you. They're giving Brenay the wrong type of energy to feel like she right. Because I wants to know, can y'all please tell me what Akira did to deserve this? Can y'all tell me what she did to Brenay?
Listen, just like a lot of other people here on this internet, I am invested in the Tim, Brenay, and Akira situation. I really am. Because listen, let me tell you something. Brenay is a woman's worst nightmare. She's a woman's worst nightmare. And this is why, no matter what she does, she often comes on this internet and says, move the freak on. Let it go. Everybody in this situation has let it go. Y'all need to move on. We're never moving on. The internet will never move on. And let me tell you this. Your lives will never be the same. You will forever have to filter your comments. You will always get dragged through the mud on every social media platform that you're on. You will never know peace on the internet, because what you did, no matter how you look at it, was wrong. You was in my house. You was around my kids. The internet will never forgive her. I hope she really, really, really understands that. And please don't get it twisted. Tim does not get a get out of jail free card with me. If you ask me, he is the common denominator. He is the weakest link. Because if he was a real man, or like a real about that action man, none of this would have happened. None of it would have happened. So I hope she know, girl, you ain't gonna never know peace on this internet. Only way that you and Tim are gonna be able to live a happy life, you're gonna have to get off the internet. You're gonna have to go ghost. You're gonna have to live a real life outside of social media. That's the only way. Because every time you clock in for work, just know the actions that you caused and that you chose, they come with consequences, baby.
So we spoke about destiny swapping in terms of Brenay and Akira. However, we didn't touch on the topic of Devin and Tim, because Devin expressed to his cousin, which is Tim, that he liked Brenay and wanted her number. Tim, in the hips that don't lie, obviously backstabbed his cousin and ended up dating Brenay and getting her number for him. Of course it didn't work. People can't stop your ultimate destiny, and they ended up getting married later on. All the while, Brenay still had alleged feelings for Tim. Devin had his wife, he had someone that he actually loved, and he also had a football career at that. Now, this is still the time with Brenay, but as boundaries were broken and Brenay started to, embarrass him and start the humiliation rituals online, he started gaining weight. She would then talk about his personality, how his stomach looked, how big he was, just everything about this man. All the while, Tim was still grown at this point. All of them are grown. Tim had a decision he could have made. He could have chose Brenay and spun the block, but he chose this beautiful woman instead, the love of his life. They had 2 beautiful kids together, but all the while, Brenay was lurking in the bushes. And once he graduated and his football career was going nowhere, he obviously had to pick up the slack in the house and be a man. But since this yamhead right here, Brenay, wanted him so bad, she was willing to pay, allegedly, for his attention. And as a true feminine man and a hipster that he is, his hips don't lie, he fell for it and kept it moving. He ultimately chose the relationship with Brenay over the respect and the dignity of his wife, as well as his cousin. He thought that Devin had it made. You got a wife with 3 million followers and multiple sources of income. He just knew this was jackpot. All the while, Devin really liked to work. Devin got to the bag. So the embarrassment ritual started. He ultimately participated in this embarrassment. And at this point, Devin sought God. He went after God, and this man lost weight. Not only did he lose weight, honey, he's a model. He's doing all the things that he wanted to do. And he got his teeth done. He has a genuine following. See, Tim was so excited for 10K followers. He was working his little tail off, well, big tail. All the while, Devin naturally gained supporters who are authentically there for him. So when you see the difference in their followers, you automatically know who's in the wrong. You can't stop anyone's destiny, but you can ultimately take a part of their destiny. And unfortunately for Tim, he's stuck with Brenay right now.
So the way things are unraveling for Brenay is crazy. Like, she's getting all that she deserves for sure. Like, her getting evicted from her apartment. And allegedly, I'm not saying this is facts, but allegedly, her and Tim are living with her mother. And then on top of that, I believe today she at court with Akira. I don't know how things unfolded yet because the court documents are not out yet. But I've literally waited a whole year for this girl to get got because she really deserves it. She did that lady dead wrong. She did Akira dead wrong to be playing in Akira's face. And y'all can go back and watch all the videos. I have literally a whole playlist. Call me a fan. I guess I'm a fan of Brenay and the rest of the group of them. But, because that's what y'all like to call me. But I'm very invested in this situation because the way she played in Akira's face, like they were close friends, because she claims, oh, we were never friends like that. Yeah, y'all was. I have the video proof to prove it. Where y'all were double dating. She would tag Akira and Tim in videos on Facebook. I have all those videos posted in my playlist. The way things is unfolding, child. I can't wait till Akira wins everything she deserves against Tim, against Brenay. I love that Devin jumped on the bandwagon and he's suing Tim. And I love that Akira's suing Brenay. I hope that they both get got. They both get what they deserve. Like they say, like the elders, they have the day you deserve. I hope they have the year they deserve. Because the girl already ain't got a place to stay. Now she finna owe Akira coins. Tim's finna owe Devin coins. As they both should. Because they literally both played in these people's faces. And it didn't make sense because these people, Devin was kind to Tim. And Akira was kind to Brenay. And for them to go behind their backs and do what they did is just trifling. But like I've told my homegirls, like I've told my sisters, some people, because they narcissists, they're evil, they really get a kick out of infidelity. They really get a kick out of cheating. They really get that like rush. They get this crazy type of like, it's like euphoric to them, like a drug almost. They get this high off of cheating. That's why once you minus yourself out of the situation for a person who is a person who cheats a lot, they usually stop messing with that person or stop dealing with that person. I mean, in Tim and Brenay's situation, it seems like it's going to be different since I guess he really proposed to the girl and he plans on marrying her. I don't believe he's in love with Brenay. I believe he's forcing his happiness with Brenay. I believe this is the situation. He has no other way out. Brenay's a content creator on different platforms. She's always going to make money, whether it's because she's hated or loved. you know, and she's his meal ticket. I believe he has some care for Brenay. He might like her a little bit. I don't believe he's attracted to Brenay, and I definitely don't think he's in love with Brenay. But that's beside the point. He plans on marrying that girl and having a future with her, and I pray to God they have the life they deserve.
So nobody was going to tell me that Tim's ex-wife Akira took Brenay to court recently, and during those proceedings, the judge granted both Akira and her kids a year-long protection order against Brenay, which means Brenay can no longer play family with Tim and his kids on social media. Nobody was going to tell me that. And I know you guys are wondering, well, how did they get this far? Akira has made it clear to Brenay that she does not want her posting her kids on social media. And even though Brenay never shows their faces, covering them by emojis, she still makes it clear that she's around the kids and doing things with the kids. And Akira does not like that. Akira is also alleging that Brenay went to her kids' school on multiple occasions and attended parent-teacher conferences with Tim, as if she is a parent. So since Brenay just continues to cross the boundaries that Akira has set, she got the law involved and took her to court. And now Brenay can't legally post or even be around the kids for at least the next year. And what was Tim's reaction to this whole thing? Apparently he jumped up and said to the judge, we're supposed to be getting married. So if she can't be around my kids, that would make that very difficult to happen. And the judge was like to him, I said what I said. She cannot be around those kids for the next year.
So in reference to the Brenay and Tim stuff like that, please continue the trolling that y'all are doing on her and him. Yes. But when are y'all going to let up on Korean? That's all I'm asking. The energy is so different over there on Korean page than it is on Brenay's. Brenay's is always talking about how she not jealous, how she happy, she good, she cool, she the bomb, go. And Korean is just trying to lose weight, trying to eat healthy, trying to be better. I understood the hate on her for like maybe the couple of days, but now y'all dragging it. Now y'all drag. That woman done told y'all she know who her baby daddies are. She don't got to prove nothing to y'all. She know who they are. The babies know who their daddies are. So off her, and stop blaming their mama for why Brenay is acting like that. Brenay is acting like that because of Brenay. Brenay decided to take someone else's man because of Brenay. And to answer everyone's question asking, why is Brenay so mad at Akira? Brenay is mad at Akira because Tim picked her first. Tim picked her first, so Brenay is pissed. Because Tim did not pick her to be his wife and the mother of his children. He picked Akira. That's why she mad. Because she didn't get picked first. But honestly, baby, you ain't get picked now. Tim ain't leave Akira. Akira left Tim, and Tim was like, okay, I guess I'll go with Brenay. Sad situation, but the reality. But yeah. I low-key sometimes feel like Tim is putting on a face to be with Brenay, and at some point, he just gonna dip on her. But for everyone talking about how Corinne is trying to lose weight so she can take Tim from Brenay, I feel like y'all pushing it. Y'all pushing it. Because she don't need no hate. Those baby don't need no hate. Akira don't need no hate. Devon don't need no hate. Demara don't need no hate. Let's just hate on the two people who took it upon themselves to be cheaters. Like, and let's just say Corinne did sleep with Tim. Isn't that just gonna make you look at Brenay even weirder? Like, girl, you gonna go with the dude that's up with your sister? Let's just say that it did happen. You gonna go with the dude that's up with your sister for real? Anyway, I just feel like y'all need to ease up on Corinne because, you know, she just minding her business at this point.
Brenay, we don't want no damn story time on how y'all got together when y'all was young. We didn't know y'all then. We know y'all now. Give us a story time on how y'all got together now. How you got to the point where you are at now. See, Tim said his dad didn't like you then. You know why? Because what is going on in you and Tim life now, his dad seen back then. It's called discernment. He knew. Parents know. Trust me. They know. So give us a story time on how you and Akira were friends. How you and Akira met. How Tim and Devin met. Give us a story time on that. Give us a story time on how y'all all stayed in the same house. Doing what y'all do. Give us a story time on that. We the people want to know.
I really hope and pray that Brenay and Tim are not shocked about this new move that Akira has made. This is not a surprise for me. I am not surprised that Akira went down to court and got a personal. Matter of fact, I had those thoughts months ago. Like, why don't she just get a personal protection order against her from being around her children? That's the first thing. And lo and behold, that's exactly what she did. And what I can't understand for the life of me is like, why is Brenay and Tim trying to force this old tired relationship down our throats? This is exactly what y'all get. And then Tim trying to get on this platform, quoting scriptures. Boy, bye. So now all of a sudden they decide to hold back a little bit about posting with each other, thinking it was going to thinking it was going to help their case. Y'all ain't even got a lawyer no more. Akira put a personal protection order against Brenay being around her or them children for an entire year.